Dai babacığım. Ay.
Merino che lavora?
Bannes bathroom.
Non parlo di città,
Mary. Google Meeting link na. Mary çuqar qazandı. Refresh elə. Dərs?
Aslında
Ha. In presentation.
c'è due amici.
Çarpını. I represented Armenia in National Force Training Romania, and also I've been in the BBC for our ESN class. And I'm Lisa, which was overnight on the first of Ukraine. So teamwork and organized processes are my thing, but I'm not very fond of micromanagement. So, what I have done in the network, first of all, I co-authored our internal handbook, which could be ready by the 1st of August. I also improved onboarding processes, organizing some training slots, introduced and improved volunteer agreements so that our volunteers will know how they are working and what responsibilities they have. Implemented volunteer applications such as best volunteers of the month, because I know that being a volunteer is very hard, especially in long-term processes. And created involuntary agreement, clear law restrictions. So, what is Vice President for? So, we're gonna oversee our statutes, standing orders, and voluntary agreements across all levels of network, document and archive key decision structures and methods, learning for continuity between both terms. I want to establish governance activity keep decisions and documents accessible across generations for all board members. Support policy creation and reform because I believe that policy and policy making is a key key that guides us towards our all team management stuff. And enable transparent and transparent decision making, making sure that decision making is open and well documented. And vision and strategy as VPG. My mission as VPG to ensure that ESN NA grows through strong structure, open communication, and transparent governance, where every volunteer understands their role, feels supported, and sees their impact. I want to create space where structure doesn't limit creativity, but empowers it with policies and not just rules, but policies becomes tools for fairness, continuity, and collaboration. And vision as a VPG, a transparent and structured ESN NA where volunteers feel confident, informed, and empowered to impact. So, strategy as a VPG. Finalize and distribute updated volunteer agreement by October 1st because we know that we have new rules for our upcoming board support and so on. So we need well documented, well signed, and understandable volunteer agreement. Organize national platforms for network for knowledge transfer. And it will become a platform where all our stakeholders and our volunteers will engage and share knowledge, and it will become a platform for our trainings to be more organized. And continuous work on visa policy paper, you know that we implemented just in privilege change policy paper about visa issues because I believe it's the mobility and participation in ESN events is we will be unable to participate in ESN events with having such visa issues. And tracking volunteer status and transition, active, alumni, and etc. We must know that when people become alumni, that they are still connected with network, and they are roles must be clear and well recognized. And when people become alumni, we mustn't lose valuable experience. So they will become mentor for newcomers. Coordinating stakeholder platforms with schools and universities. You know that our universities are very, very important partners for us. And we must ensure that we give the universities the opportunity for institutional visibility with some So closing, I believe that governance isn't about control, it's about enabling others to lead, grow, and thrive. And I want to help make ESN NA stronger, not just today, but for those who come next. Thank you.
much. You can have a seat here while the next candidate of Vice President for Development. She's not here, unfortunately, because she's out of the country, but she prepared the video with the presentation. So let's see how will she present it.
It's different positions, so maybe we can finish this one.
So as we're running out of the time, we decided to kind of combine the questionnaire. That's why she will present as well. Then they will kind of ask questions and they will just disperse what they're asking.
Just sure they are running for different positions.
Yeah, sure. Both candidates are for different positions. Julia is for Vice President for Governance, and Maria, who will be presenting now with the video, she's for the Vice President for Development. So, yeah, no confusions. It's just the time matter that we wanted to combine the questionnaire.
Can I? Bizim чуємо, то смілюка.
Technical issues for 2 minutes if we speak.
Asılıyla. Դες վիդեոն չեք ուղարկել ինձ կոմպյուտերով։
Ուղարկացա։ Ում էին իրենք ուղարկել։ Հենց այդ
Սպասեմ։ Ձենը ինչ է բանում։ Ձենը ինչ է բանում։ Չէ, ես կոմպը вообще անջատում եմ բերնելով ինձ ասում։ Սա կպած է։ Չէ, չի վերցում ձենը։ Ձեն չունի։ Սա չէ։ Չունի բացում եմ անջատում, երկու անգամ արտադրացել։
Սպոխնտիրես կոմպիցան չունի։ Սեր։
Hi everyone.
Բայց սպասի սեր երբերս հայրատշտիկը։
Հա,
We are back. I was joking. Silence, please.
всё։
Guys. Thank you.
Մեկ։
Hi everyone, butter for reading. I'm going to speak in English just to make sure that in case we have any international guests, everybody can understand me. So, hi everyone again. I hope you're having a great time in Gyumri and NA is going really well. So my name is Maria, for those who don't know me, and let me actually show my screen and begin. Alright, so hello again. I am Maria, and I'm gonna shortly introduce myself. Currently, I'm event manager of ESN NA, and I joined the network in February of 2024, and immediately found a community that matched my energy, creativity, and passion for meaningful experience. Professionally, I work as data analyst, and I also hold a master's degree in contemporary diplomacy and international affairs So, which means like by day I navigate in diplomacy and by night I'm living in Excel and spreadsheets. Beyond titles, I have been an executive worker and volunteer for more than 7 years, constantly finding different ways to empower and connect with people, whether for like some event organization or some projects, or just simply being a reliable teammate. I'm very passionate about art, music, and of course food. So actually, some more things to add regarding my ESN experience and generally ESN journey. When I joined ESN, I became a part of event management team, and it didn't take me long to realize that I also want to lead, and that decision made a turning point. So since then, I've been leading a team of wonderful and passionate volunteers, and together we created really fun, interesting, and impactful events, and also built a supportive, dynamic team culture, which I'm really proud of. So I also became part of ESN International TNA community, which stands for Training Activities, and participated in different trainings. Also had honor to participate in ESN international events and connect with other ESN sections across our huge network, which was really meaningful because I learned a lot about how different ESN sections operate, and every interaction has fueled my drive to contribute more, learn more, and build more. So, and now I want to speak about why I decided to apply for Vice President for Development. Well, because development is the heart of any sustainable organization, and also something that is driving me as well to develop constantly and to help other people to develop as well. I want to take what I've learned as a leader and expand it, not just beyond my events team, but to the whole network. So I believe that ESN Armenia has untapped potential, and I want to be one of those people in the network who actually help to unlock that potential. Because to me, this role, Vice President for Development, is not about doing everything alone. It's about supporting others to grow, like giving the teams the knowledge, the tools, and encouragement they all need to shine. Because I believe that all of us, each and every one, we can shine bright like diamonds. Let's talk about my vision. So, first of all, it's important to create a culture of growth where every new member of ESN Armenia feels confident and ready to bring something to the network, and every assistant one feels seen and supported and heard. Second of all, it's important to strengthen team collaboration, and especially between event, buddy, and tutor teams, which I'm gonna work with very closely. And it is really important to create like such a collaboration between those teams to be more student-centered and create more student-centered events and really support our international exchange students. Next important point is to launch structured onboarding and training, which with Vice President for Governance, we're going to work together to help our newcomers understand what is ESN and like develop both soft and hard skills and also connect faster with each other. And last but not least, it's also very important to position ESN NA as a regional hub by organizing our own national event and attracting more ESNers to experience what Armenia has to offer. Because I'm truly sure that we can create such a engaging and really fun event, and so that every international ESNer would say, oh, I need to apply to that event, I need to come to Armenia, I need to take part in that national event. And I'm sure we can do that. And definitely I already have some ideas that just need to come true. I also want to talk about my strategy and actions. So first of all, it's important to mention the onboarding kit and also welcome trainings, because as Vice President for Development, I also need to coordinate our newcomers trainings and onboardings. And it's really important that new members, when they join the network, they will have to guess how ESN operates. What is ESN? What should we do? How to join like different teams? What to do? So they'll just feel part of it from day one. It is also important to have monthly learning circles, so volunteers can share different tools, reflect, and grow together. So we'll create such space where everybody would be heard and seen, and they will feel like that they're part of the network. And for that as well, we also like how I see ESN developing is to have more and more team buildings and like different feedback loops, so to say, so that we have bonding activities and just ensure that team members, not only team members of like one particular team, but also between other teams, they know each other, because most of the time we just gather during our monthly meetings and we hear some people's names, we say like present or absent, and we don't even know who's that. So I really want to avoid that and create such a space where everybody would be included and there would be cross-team collaboration and people would know each other. And that would be really nice because we can create such an amazing space and not just to be bound by our own teams, you know. And next, as I already said, regarding national development event, and like having an event that will really help ESN NA grow, so we'll increase our visibility on an international level. And it's also important to mention about ESN NA volunteers' participation in international events. I've heard from different other volunteers, ESNers, that how they apply to different events and how they get chosen is a bit, so to say, not clear to them. And I see the gaps that we need to work on to create like equal opportunities for everybody to apply, to know how to apply, to know like what are the requirements, how they will be chosen, and to experience what is to be a participant of like ESN International event, because I myself had the luck and honor to participate twice, and I would say that it's completely amazing when you see people who are also from ESN, but like another country. It's truly giving motivation, and that would be like also one of the motivations why I decided to apply as Vice President for Development, because those people, they really motivate me to do a lot and to give a lot to my own section, just to make everybody proud. And I want to finish my presentation with this words, because I care deeply about this network. I don't just like see the problems, I see the potential of our network. I see the potential of ESN Armenia. And because of already like commitment grown through ESN, and now I want to help others to do the same. I want to help our ESN volunteers, be it already since November or like new ones that are coming this year. I want to help everybody and just like share with my experience and knowledge, because yeah, I just believe that if I have that chance, I'll definitely grow more, not just in the role, but like with experience and bring more to people. And let's build stronger, smarter, and more united ESN Armenia together. Thank you very much. And I'll stop sharing. In a few minutes, I think I'm gonna join online and we'll start a Q&A session. But thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much. Just to let you know, she's now here with us in the meeting, but as she's abroad and her connection might be buffering, just to let you know, in any case, she will be in touch with us by chatting. So let's move to the questionnaire. Again, just for your information, Julieta Donoyan is a candidate for Vice President for Governance, and Maria Gulamidan is a candidate for the Vice President for Development. So if you go to the NA app, you will see that the questionnaire is already open, and you can suggest your topics already.
Anthony, yes, image. Ce miternere bulunduk. So.
Share, let's share on this one question.
Question. Many Mickey just Kumari. Okay, so that's no.
Thank you so much. I can see the first question. Ladies and please. Just mention for who is your question. Okay?
Situation with mics.
Julie.
Okay, my first question is for Julia. I will give it to you, okay? Okay, so the question is, I think we spoke about the alumni network, and you said that you're going to make it as a, let's say you're going to use the alumni network as a mentors for the newcomers, if I remember correctly. Is this the only way you are going to use the alumni network? If not, how are you going to use the power? Because I believe they are one of the most powerful parts for the network.
Adopting alumni network becomes a powerful part of our network. And as we know that most of our alumni are now in mobility or they are working in Europe and across the world, I believe that they can also assist our students, Armenian students who want to have their mobility in Europe. Because we know that this network is not only about creating network that will assist international students here, but also we are helping local students to have their mobility and have the flow and so on. But also, I believe that alumni network will be good match for knowledge transition and knowledge transition, and also some training stuff. I believe that national platforms also a good platform to unite newcomers and alumni and also local members.
Thank you so much. The next question is from Manet Akuyan.
So some of your points in your presentations, the questions to both of them, were coinciding. Therefore, 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 I wanted to ask you both of you to specifically mention what is for you the difference between vice president governance and vice president for development. Specific, like in short, what is it and what is the difference between these two? Because it's very important to understand the division to have a more homogeneous work in the work in general. So your work don't.
Maria, will you start or I go first? That was okay.
Maria, did you hear my question? Hi.
To start, then I will ask.
Okay. The main, I believe that all members on board should work together and like they're one like one whole one whole one whole thing.
Yeah.
So, but specifically, I believe that vice president for governance will guide members with policy and everything that we will do and we are about to do will be documented and well documented. That's like as a PPT is going to work more with HR, that's why I implemented HR handbook about all the policies and structures of ESN NA. And vice president for development, in my opinion, is for like creativity, trainings, and something like that. But as I mentioned, we must work together because when I speak about national platform, I believe that we will organize it together with all our members in the board. So I will guide them with policy or some organizational stuff, and Mama will guide them with, sorry, Maria will guide them with training and so on.
Thank you so much. Now Maria will start. We just need to repeat the question, please, and I will type.
My question in short is, what is the main difference between vice president of work development and vice president of governance? Since some of your presentation points were coinciding, I feel that there is a need to have this clear division, so we don't work on the same thing. For example, to welcome all the newcomers with the training, what is the main difference that we should not do the same in the board? It's important for division. That's why I created two vice president positions instead of the one that I have.
Tamam, ailenin bazı bahsedelim ya bu yıllarda. Ne güzel, sağ olun.
Hear me, guys?
Yeah, we do.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me? Okay, nice. What was the question again?
what is the main difference between
So the main difference between, getting back, I saw it. Thank you. So the main difference between wise for development and governance is basically that. Sorry guys, can you hear me? Because I think someone's speaking, or maybe that's my voice. Okay, I'll try again. I hope you can hear me. So the main difference between it's basically the group is mainly cooperating with events, team with buddies and supers. And vice president for governance is mostly taking over the HR sector, so to say. And also, well, coming from those differences, well, obviously we can tell from the names of the positions as well. Because what VP for development was going to mainly work in the sections to contribute to development of our network. And as for VP for governance, that will be like vice versa, mostly kind of to go in and
Maybe next time we can.
Thank you so much.
We can also say that.
I was sort of prepared, no worries. Just the next question is Lily Sarsia. Okay, then for your information, I just sent my question to you, okay? Okay, Maria, I hope you can hear me. Okay, my question is the following. Please unmute Maria. Can I speak? Okay, it's good. My question was for Maria. You mentioned that participation in international events is sometimes unclear, like when we open applications and so on, as I understood. There are some people who don't understand the selection process and so on. How do you plan to make the process more transparent and understandable for everyone? And also in the past when we gave, let's say, equal opportunities to everyone, we sometimes got some negative feedback from, let's say, the organizing committees of the international events. How do you plan to ensure that those representing us at international events uphold the values and standards of our network, considering the fact that we represent the network, not us personally? Thank you for the question. She's making a voice message. But guys, please keep silence. I think we can move on with one Julia's question until Maria is recording her voice message. So I have there is one for Julia from Havana, Kenya.
because you are also going to need the name for the community, HR, and other stuff related to human resources. I would like to understand your vision about conflict management inside the organization. Also, how you imagine cooperation between board members. And also, I would like to thank you for your great presentation. It's really good. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the question. Um, so, speaking about, I forgot the question. So, I will start from here. So, speaking about the cooperation between board members, we must know that our work are closely tied, and we must know that our cooperation is the key of the success of the network. When we speak about the cooperation, we must know that, for example, I implement the policy. The president, work with all together and knows how to introduce us in international level. And Vice President for Development knows how to develop and support the network with creativity. And Treasurer knows how to cover with finances. And Foreign strategists know how to make make visible how to make our network visible. And yes, and so when speaking about conflict management, the current HR manager, I know that things going tough, but when when the conflict is between members, the HR manager
Sorry.
solves it. When the thing is out of the HR manager control, it's out to the and court collective decision.
Thank you. Mr. Ünyan, you want to ask one question, is that true? Floor is yours.
Question to Julia, another one is from Maria. I don't know.
Go for Julia.
She's recording voice messages, so
So, each president is not able to do his work or
Their work.
they other things. I don't know. The vice president is the main person who gonna take the part of the board. So, are you ready for that challenge also?
I hope that the president will be elected. So, but I also believe that if the president is not elected, the responsibilities of the president will be divided to each member of board. So, for example, when all they are going for GA, whoever has visa, they must introduce us in international level. But in governance, I will support as much as I can, but I also believe that this is all about working together. And as I already mentioned, the responsibilities of president should be divided between in board members.
Seconds.
And then ask one question to Maria.
Yes, we'll do it right now, but is anyone typing a new question right now, or we can already close it? I think we can close it, thank you. Now we'll address Yulian's question to Maria.
I hope Maria can hear me.
She will send a voice message.
Okay.
Does she hear us right now?
Hovanes, please type your message to,
Okay.
yeah, she will do.
Okay.
Now we can hear her voice again. Yeah.
to remind the question was mainly about, now, Maria, you mentioned that participation in the international events is sometimes unclear. How do you plan to make the process more transparent and understandable for everyone? Also, in the past, when we gave equal chances for participation, we occasionally received negative feedback about participants' behavior. How do you plan to ensure that those representing us at international events uphold the values and standards of our network? So let's hear the voice message from Maria.
So thank you for your question. I mentioned that not just participation is unclear, but the barriers for being selected and being spot and represent the ESN. That was clear, and it's really important to make those requirements and points accessible and very clear to everyone to replace them. Regarding recipients feedback about participants' behavior, first of all, not to have such situations monitor. It's really important to have meetings with those who are selected to represent Eastern in different events. And those meetings would help to explain how to behave, all the rules, what to do and what not to do, so to say, in every simple and accessible words, and providing like the current circumstances, what can we do and what can be done and how to navigate those circumstances. And also regarding the second part of the question, just to ensure that those volunteers who really have our values and standards can represent us, I would say that it would be really important to have a proper procedure of electing those who can apply and get spots, just to make sure that we're all aligned on the same values and the same vision.
Comment on the leadership of platform will be published.
Just type her DM message, so she will see the question and then reply with the voice message. Okay, thank you so much. The next question, Arpine Sarkisyan. Arpine Babayan, yes, sorry.
Okay, thank you very much. My question, I guess, is maybe to Julia, because that is more related to her position. So I would like to ask about recruitment processes. You have been involved into recruitment processes in the past, like 2 semesters. I'd like to ask you what, and we have tested a lot of new ways of recruiting people. Recruiting more eligible volunteers for our network. I'd like to ask you what changes you bring to the recruitment processes that you have noticed. It was like in the past 2 semesters, and you have in your mind that it would be good to try this new method in the recruitment process. Or maybe you stick to your old methods. I don't know.
I will be honest. I have tried some methods such as video motivation and also interviews face to face, online still face to face. And we all know that when we ask for video motivation, with Laura or something like that. But as the VPG, I believe that the recruitment processes is up to HR managers. So I will join the interviews just to make sure that everything goes smooth, but also to like train new HR manager how to do it. But how they select or how they select is up to HR manager and other managers who will work closely with the volunteers.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. The next question is from Arti Gasparyan.
This question is for both Julia and Maria, but I think it's mainly for Julia, but answers. What is your action plan for communicating with different teams inside the ESN Armenia and building connection between them?
As I already mentioned, national platform will be great opportunity to gather together all the teams, all the network and alumni to build like connection and trust between teams and also all the each team will know the other teams and they will communicate with each other, work with each other very closely. So I think that when we start like doing national platform, it will like completely solve this problem between communication. And also, managers should be like very responsible for communication between the teams and team members.
Time is over, thanks.
Thank you so much. Okay, I think the questions are over, but we're still waiting for Maria's answer to Olena's question. Also, actually, the chairman team has a suggestion. What do you think about moving two agenda things? Like one of them is topic proposal from the board, and the next one is the next NA presentation to tomorrow's agenda, because today we're kind of overloaded. And what do you think about it? Do you agree or not? If you don't agree, raise your hands, please.
I would like to understand that both presentation. Because
So we are moving.
discuss that maybe we can have all presentation.
So we have three more candidates and we are running late. That's why we want to move two presentations to tomorrow's.
Three more candidates.
Three more candidates.
Okay.
So everyone agrees, right? Tomorrow I think we're gonna finish around 3, not at 1 p.m. Like we only have 2 hours later. But today will be on time for our party and maybe we'll save some time. I think it's much more.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So while Maria is doing her voice message, I can read the question one more time. I see that you mentioned what you are applying for. Thanks for your presentation. How do you imagine cooperations with universities to bring more international students to ESN, and how we can make ESN more interesting for international students? So let's hear your answer.
So to make ESN more interesting for international students, we need first of all to understand what are their needs to make ESN Armenia and our events more appealing and engaging for them. And as for cooperating with universities, that should be more like on Armenian university level, because those students, first of all, they come to Armenia to study, and they need to have like an interesting program and change a chance to come here. And then once they're here, that's where our work starts.
Thank you so much. And the third question, which was Arti Gasparyan's question, both to Julia and Maria, is what is your action plan of connecting ESN teams and making a insightful connection between them? My action plan for connecting ESN teams is first of all to meet with them and understand like all those core points of how those teams and their activities are connected. And based on that, we'll be able to have like an action plan to understand how those teams should work with each other. And we need to make like more meetings and connect more with each other so that those teams cooperate. And that's what I was also saying about organizing team buildings so that our teams, internal ESN teams are connected.
So,
presentation.
now we give the floor to our friend Bartan Damlajan with candidate for brand strategist. Welcome. The question
ինքը ձեզ չի լսում հիմա։
Ջումեդային լսում
No։
Հիմա կոզայինը մենակ լսում եմ, բայց ուրեմն հասկանում սա իմ աշխարհը միացնում է, ստեղ ոնց են կազմակերպում։
Yeah, just a second։
Որը ես չեմ լսում։
Չես լսում։ Հեսա ունում
Չէ, ումը վերևում է fresh dashboard-ը, fresh enhancement-ը, voting profile։
Ասա որ կարա շերվանի ինքը։ Ինքը կարա շերվանի։ Իրա presentation։
Uşak presentation araştırıyor var. Bir kez daha. Sıcak bir mesele.
Niye ben?
Konsensus yok.
Bir kez delegowy do ważnej wyszłaś.
Niye ben?
No։ That's okay, Tom.
Niye ben?
Aynen next.
Evet.
Մի քիչ ֆոտո։
Nasıl sen? Hayır, siyaset istersen nasılsın? Formação de sons anterior. Eu começar mais ou menos minha coisa. Biz kasayı kanıyor yok ondan cevap olacağım. Asıl. Tamam, bence zevk desin. Nasıl desem misin sen? Görün desin, bunların zevk denkeli yapsan ne aslında? Yes, bir insan. Sen
Setting. Yanına bir güven.
Problema portului estimou kazanacakları maddi göstermek, bu şartlarda ne dünya savaşına savaş geçmeyen ne kadar şanslı, hiç masada bandofları karşı tozlanıyor. Bunu izleyin ancak. Okay, I will try to speak English, because I know that you will be Armenian. Okay, I will introduce myself, everyone. My name is Vaida. I I graduated in Yerevan State University. But denemede ancak değil. Otomotiv senin ancak değil. Evet, senin ancak değil. Much more. Thank you very much, guys. Hello, everyone. My name is Vardan. I am from Armenia, graduated in Yerevan State University, political science, and after that, as a master degree, I am a national security expert. And now I'm working at Arbitration and Mediation Center of Armenia as an external relations officer. And I know about these like brand strategy because